Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. Today I want to share something that can truly change your life, especially if you're over the age of 60. As we age, one of the biggest challenges we face is muscle loss. This condition is called sarcopenia, and it can make walking, climbing stairs, or even standing up from a chair much harder. But I have good news for you. There is a simple natural drink that can help rebuild muscle, restore strength, and keep you walking strong again. Let's talk about something that affects every single one of us as we get older, and that is the natural loss of muscle. This condition has a medical name. It's called sarcopenia. Now, you don't need to remember the fancy term, but you do need to understand how serious this can become if we ignore it. Because once you reach your 50s, 60s, and beyond, your body starts to lose muscle mass little by little, year after year. And while it may sound small, just 1 or 2% a year, when you add that up over a decade, it becomes a huge problem. And here's the reality. Muscle is not just about looking strong or having toned arms. Muscle is your foundation. It's what allows you to stand tall, to walk, to climb stairs, to get in and out of a chair, to protect your joints, and most importantly, to prevent falls and injuries that can take away independence. Think about this for a moment. When we are young, we take our strength for granted. We don't think twice about carrying groceries, bending down to pick something up, or going for a long walk. But as the years pass, little by little, those same activities start to feel harder. You start to notice that climbing a set of stairs makes your legs burn. You start to notice that your balance isn't what it used to be. And maybe you even notice that you're walking slower, taking smaller steps, or feeling less stable. These are all early signs that your muscles are weakening. Now I want you to understand this very clearly. Muscle is a living tissue. It's not static. It's constantly breaking down and rebuilding. And as long as you give your body the right signals, the right nutrients, and the right activity, your muscles can rebuild at any age. But when you don't give your body what it needs, the breakdown speeds up and the rebuilding slows down. That's why so many people over 60 notice their legs getting thinner, their arms weaker, their grip strength declining. It's not just aging, it's the absence of the right lifestyle. One of the most dangerous things about losing muscle is that it doesn't just affect strength, it affects health in every direction. Less muscle means a slower metabolism. That means your body burns fewer calories at rest, which can lead to weight gain and more fat storage, particularly around the belly. That extra belly fat isn't just cosmetic. It increases inflammation. It raises your risk of diabetes. It stresses the heart, and it contributes to arthritis. Weak muscles also put more pressure on your joints. That's why so many people develop knee pain, hip pain, or back pain. The muscles aren't strong enough to carry the load, so the joints take the beating. And then there's balance. Studies show that people who lose muscle mass, especially in the legs, have a much higher risk of falling. And a fall at 60, 70, or 80 years old is very different than a fall at 20. It can mean a broken hip, a long recovery, or even the loss of independence. That's why protecting and rebuilding muscle is not an option. It's a necessity if you want to live with freedom, mobility, and dignity. But here's the hopeful part. The body is miraculous. No matter your age, no matter your condition, your muscles are waiting for you to challenge them, to nourish them, to wake them up again. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s gain strength and energy simply by making small changes. It starts with awareness. You have to recognize that muscle loss is happening and then take action every single day to slow it down and reverse it. And remember, you don't need to train like an athlete. You don't need to lift heavy weights in the gym for hours. Simple, consistent movements are enough to stimulate the muscle fibers. Walking with purpose, climbing stairs, doing light resistance band exercises, or even practicing standing up and sitting down repeatedly from a chair. These are powerful tools to maintain strength. Every time you challenge your muscles, your body gets the signal to repair and rebuild. Pair that with the right nutrients, and you've given your body the exact recipe it needs to stay strong. So let's put this into perspective. Imagine two different people, both 65 years old. One accepts muscle loss as a natural part of aging, doesn't pay attention to nutrition, doesn't exercise regularly. Within 10 years, they may find themselves struggling to walk, relying on others, dealing with chronic pain, and feeling trapped in a body that no longer supports them. The other person takes action now. They nourish their muscles with protein, vitamins, and minerals. They stay active with light but regular exercise, and they keep moving forward with consistency. 10 years later, they are still walking strong, still living independently, still enjoying life with energy and confidence. Which person do you want to be? The choice is yours. Every sip of a healthy muscle building drink, every step you take, every small positive choice adds up. Don't underestimate the power of daily habits, because over time they decide whether you live with strength and freedom or with weakness and limitation. So my friends, never forget this truth. Muscle is your armor. It protects your bones, it protects your joints, it protects your independence. If you are over 60, this is the time to act. Don't wait until weakness forces you to change. Build the strength now while you can, so that you can keep walking forward with stability and confidence. The body is ready, the body is willing. All it needs is for you to take that first step. Now that we've talked about the importance of protecting and rebuilding your muscles as you age, let's dive into something that is simple, delicious, and extremely powerful for your body. A muscle building drink that can truly make a difference in your life. I'm talking about a protein-rich smoothie that you can make right at home. This isn't some complicated, expensive, or artificial formula. This is a natural, nutrient-packed drink that gives your muscles the exact building blocks they need to repair, rebuild, and grow stronger. Here's what I want you to understand. Every single muscle fiber in your body is made from protein. Without enough protein, your muscles simply cannot repair themselves. And as we age, our body becomes less efficient at using protein. That means if you're over 60, you actually need more protein than when you were younger. Most seniors aren't getting enough, and that's one of the biggest reasons why muscle loss speeds up. The good news is you can fix that starting today. Now let's talk about the recipe for this powerful drink. The base can be unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or any plant-based milk of your choice. Why unsweetened? Because we want to avoid unnecessary sugar that leads to weight gain, inflammation, and energy crashes. Almond milk and oat milk provide a creamy base with vitamins and minerals, and they're easy on the stomach. Star ingredient though is protein powder. You can choose a high quality whey protein if you tolerate dairy, or a plant-based protein like pea, hemp, or brown rice protein if you prefer. 1 scoop is usually enough, about 20 to 25 grams of protein. This is the raw material your muscles crave. Think of it as the bricks your body uses to rebuild the house. Every sip of this smoothie is sending those bricks straight to your muscles, helping them repair from daily wear and tear and making them stronger for tomorrow. Next, let's add half a banana. Why banana? Because bananas are rich in potassium, and potassium is a key mineral for muscle contraction and relaxation. Without enough potassium, muscles cramp, spasm, and feel weak. That's why so many people over 60 complain of leg cramps at night. This small addition of banana helps stabilize electrolytes and keeps the muscles functioning smoothly. Plus, it adds a natural sweetness to your smoothie without the need for added sugar. Now here's one of my favorite additions, a handful of spinach. I know it may sound unusual to put spinach in a drink, but trust me, you won't even taste it. Spinach is loaded with magnesium, another vital mineral for muscle function. Magnesium helps muscles relax, reduces stiffness, improves blood flow, and even supports energy production in your cells. Many older adults are deficient in magnesium and they don't even realize it. Adding spinach to your smoothie is like giving your muscles a deep breath of fresh air. We can't forget about healthy fats. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds or flax seeds provides omega-3 fatty acids, which are natural anti-inflammatories. Why is this important? Because when you exercise, even light walking or stretching, you create tiny tears in your muscle fibers. That's how muscles grow stronger. They repair and rebuild. But if there's too much inflammation, the repair process slows down. Omega-3 acids help calm the inflammation, making the healing faster and more efficient. On top of that, chia and flax seeds are rich in fiber, which keeps your digestion healthy and your blood sugar stable. For an extra boost, I recommend adding a teaspoon of cocoa powder, not the sugary hot chocolate mix, but pure unsweetened cocoa powder. Cocoa is packed with antioxidants called flavonoids that improve circulation, lower blood pressure, and enhance energy. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles, which helps them rebuild even faster. It also adds a rich chocolatey taste that makes the smoothie feel like a treat. So let's put this all together. You have your almond milk base, your scoop of protein powder, half a banana, a handful of spinach, a tablespoon of chia or flax seeds, and a teaspoon of cocoa powder. Blend it all up until it's smooth, and you have a drink that is delicious, nourishing, and designed specifically to fight muscle loss. Now here's the key. Don't think of this as a one-time magic solution. The body thrives on consistency. Drinking this once in a while won't change much. But if you make it part of your daily routine, you're literally feeding your muscles every single day with the nutrients they need to stay alive and strong. Imagine this: while most people your age are watching their muscles shrink year after year, you're giving your body the tools to fight back, to rebuild, and to keep moving with energy. That's powerful. Some people ask me, Dr. Mandell, when should I drink this smoothie? The best time is usually after some light exercise, like a morning walk, stretching, or resistance band work. That's when your muscles are most ready to absorb the protein and nutrients. But honestly, any time of day is better than not at all. If you prefer it for breakfast, it makes a perfect way to start your day with energy. If you prefer it in the afternoon, it can keep you from feeling tired and sluggish. And let me remind you, this isn't just about muscles. The nutrients in this smoothie also support your brain, your heart, your bones, and your immune system. Protein helps with mental focus. Magnesium and potassium protect the heart. Omega-3s fight inflammation throughout the body. This is not just a muscle drink, it's a longevity drink. So my friends, don't underestimate the power of a simple daily habit. This smoothie may take only 2 or 3 minutes to prepare, but the impact on your health, strength, and independence can last for years. When you fuel your body with what it truly needs, you're giving yourself the chance to not just live longer, but to live stronger. When it comes to keeping our muscles strong, especially after the age of 60, it's not just about eating more food or even just getting enough protein. It's about the right nutrients, those specific vitamins and minerals that act like spark plugs in your body, turning the fuel you eat into real energy and strength. These nutrients work together like a team, making sure your muscles contract smoothly, recover properly, and grow stronger instead of weaker. Without them, even the best exercise or protein shake won't give you the results you deserve. Let's start with potassium. Potassium is like the electric charge that keeps your muscles firing every single time you take a step, lift your arm, or even smile. Potassium is making sure your muscles contract and relax the way they should. When you don't have enough, your muscles cramp, spasm, or feel weak. That's why so many people over 60 wake up at night with painful leg cramps or struggle with fatigue during the day. Foods like bananas, avocados, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens are packed with potassium. Just adding a little more of these foods into your daily meals can make a huge difference in how your muscles feel and perform. Next, we have magnesium. Magnesium is one of the most overlooked minerals, but it's absolutely essential for muscle health. It relaxes the muscles after they contract, keeping them from tightening up and becoming stiff. Without enough magnesium, you may feel achy, restless, or unable to get quality sleep. And we all know how important sleep is for muscle repair. Spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and beans are some of the best natural sources of magnesium. Every time you put these foods on your plate, you're giving your muscles the ability to rest, recover, and come back stronger. Now let's talk about protein. Not just the amount, but the quality. Protein is made up of building blocks called amino acids, and certain ones like leucine are especially powerful for stimulating muscle growth. That's why a high-quality protein source, whether it's lean meats, eggs, dairy, or plant-based proteins like quinoa, lentils, and tofu, is so important. If you skip protein, your body has no bricks to rebuild the house. But when you give your body those building blocks every day, you're sending a strong message: stay strong, rebuild, don't break down. Another key player is omega-3 fatty acids. These are found in foods like salmon, sardines, chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3Cs are anti-inflammatory, and that's critical because as we age, inflammation becomes one of the biggest enemies of our muscles. Inflammation breaks down tissue, slows healing, and makes it harder for your muscles to recover after even simple activity. But when you add omega-3Cs into your diet, you're fighting inflammation naturally. You're creating an environment where your muscles can repair themselves quickly and efficiently. Let's not forget vitamin D. Vitamin D is not just for your bones, it's also crucial for muscle strength. It helps your body absorb calcium, which is another mineral muscles need for contraction. Low vitamin D levels are linked to muscle weakness, fatigue, and even a higher risk of falls. Many people over 60 are deficient because they don't get enough sunlight or don't absorb vitamin D as well as they used to. Spending just 15-20 minutes in the sun a few times a week or adding foods like fatty fish, eggs, and fortified products can help restore those levels. Calcium goes hand in hand with vitamin D. Calcium is like the switch that turns a muscle on. Without calcium, the signal from your nerves can't make your muscles contract properly. That means weakness, shakiness, and instability. Dairy products, leafy greens, and almonds are excellent sources of calcium, and when you pair calcium with vitamin D, you create a powerful combination that keeps both your muscles and bones strong. Another critical nutrient is B vitamins, especially B12. B12 supports the production of red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your muscles. Without oxygen, your muscles tire out quickly. That's why people low in B12 often feel exhausted, even after mild activity. Animal products like meat, fish, and eggs are rich in B12, and for those who are plant-based, a good supplement can make all the difference. Then we have antioxidants, nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin E, and polyphenols found in berries, citrus fruits, nuts, and colorful vegetables. Every time you move, your muscles produce stress in the form of free radicals. Antioxidants neutralize that stress, protecting your muscle cells from damage and helping them repair. Think of antioxidants as the cleanup crew that comes in after the workout is done, making sure everything is restored and ready for the next day. Now here's the important thing. You don't need to chase each of these nutrients separately. You don't need a cabinet full of pills and supplements. Nature has already put these nutrients in whole, real foods. When you eat a colorful variety of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains, you're covering all your bases. The problem is too many people over 60 fall into habits of convenience, processed foods, sugary snacks, quick fixes that are easy but lack the nutrition the body craves. Over time, this creates deficiencies, and deficiencies lead to weakness. So my friends, take a look at your daily routine. Are you giving your body potassium? Are you getting enough magnesium? Are you supplying protein and omega-3 set? Are you stepping outside for a little sunshine to boost vitamin D? These small decisions add up. Each nutrient is like a gear in a machine. If one gear is missing, the whole machine slows down. But when all the gears are in place, the machine, your body, runs smoothly, powerfully, and efficiently. Remember this, your muscles are not gone. They are waiting to be rebuilt. They are waiting for you to give them the right fuel with the right nutrients. You're not just preventing weakness. You're building a body that can keep you walking tall, standing strong, and living with independence well into your later years. Let's get right into something that I believe is the secret to staying strong as we age. It's not just about what you eat. It's not just about what you drink. And it's not just about exercise. It's the combination, the synergy of proper nutrition and physical activity that allows your muscles to rebuild, your body to stay energized, and your life to remain full of mobility and independence. One without the other is like having a car with fuel but no engine, or an engine with no fuel. You need both working together if you want to move forward. Here's the truth. Muscles don't grow just because you drink a protein shake. They don't grow just because you eat a piece of salmon or a bowl of beans. Muscles grow when they are used, when they are challenged. That challenge creates tiny micro tears in the muscle fibers, and your body responds by repairing them, making them stronger and thicker than before. But here's the catch. If you don't give your body the right nutrients after that challenge, your muscles can't repair themselves properly. That's where protein, magnesium, potassium, omega-3, and all those building blocks come in. Nutrition fuels the recovery process, but activity lights the spark. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, but Dr. Mandell, I'm over 60, my knees hurt, my back aches, I can't exercise like I used to, and that's exactly why this message is so important. You don't need to lift heavy weights or run marathons to stimulate muscle growth. Your body responds to even the simplest forms of resistance. Standing up from a chair, walking with intention, climbing a staircase, squeezing a resistance band, or even just doing light stretches, all of these send a message to your muscles. Wake up, stay alive, stay strong. Without that message, muscles slowly fade away. Imagine this: two people drink the exact same protein smoothie every morning. One sits on the couch all day while the other takes a 20-minute walk, does some gentle squats, and stretches their arms with a resistance band. Who do you think is going to see their muscles rebuild faster? It's the person who moves, the person who challenges their body. Why? Because their muscles are being told, we need you. Stay strong. The nutrients they drink get pulled right into the repair process. That's the synergy. The fuel goes where it's needed most. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s transform their strength with just small, consistent habits. One gentleman I worked with couldn't climb stairs without holding both railings. His legs were weak, his balance was off, and he felt like his independence was slipping away. We started him on a routine of light chair exercises and short walks combined with a daily protein-rich smoothie. Within a few months, he noticed that his legs weren't shaking anymore. He was climbing stairs with confidence, walking longer distances, and even sleeping better because his muscles weren't cramping at night. That's the power of exercise and nutrition working together. Here's something else to think about. When you exercise, your blood circulation improves. That means more oxygen and nutrients are carried to your muscles. So when you drink that smoothie after a walk or after a light workout, your body is primed to absorb it. The muscles are like sponges at that moment, soaking up the protein, the minerals, the antioxidants, and putting them to use immediately. Without that activity, the body doesn't have the same demand for nutrients, and the fuel isn't used as effectively. Let's break this down to something practical. Say you start your day with 10-15 minutes of stretching and body weight movements, things like squats, wall push-ups, and standing calf raises. You don't need any equipment, just your body. Then you take a 20-minute walk, moving your arms and legs with purpose, breathing deeply. After that, you sit down and drink your protein-rich smoothie with spinach, banana, and flax seeds. What happens next is beautiful. The exercise has activated your muscles, created those micro tears, and improved blood flow. The smoothie then delivers the amino acids, potassium, magnesium, and omega-3 sets to repair those muscles. By the time you rest later in the day, your body is already rebuilding stronger tissue. And let me say this: consistency beats intensity. You don't have to exhaust yourself. You don't need to sweat buckets. What you need is regular, steady movement combined with daily nourishment. That's what signals to your body day after day: stay strong, stay alive. Over weeks and months, those small efforts compound. Your legs feel steadier, your back feels stronger, your endurance improves. Suddenly, walking across the room or carrying groceries doesn't feel like a burden anymore. It feels natural again. Now let's talk about the mental side. When you combine nutrition and exercise, your brain also benefits. Movement releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that reduce stress and improve mood. Proper nutrition provides steady energy for the brain, improving focus and memory. The synergy isn't just in the muscles, it's in your entire body. You'll notice you sleep better, think clearer, and wake up with more energy. And when you feel better mentally, you're more likely to stay consistent with your habits. It becomes a positive cycle. So my friends, here's the takeaway. Food is fuel, exercise is activation. One without the other will leave you short, but together they create the perfect environment for your body to thrive. Don't underestimate the power of walking. Don't underestimate the value of stretching. Don't underestimate what happens when you pair those activities with the right nutrition. This is not about becoming a bodybuilder. This is about maintaining your independence, reducing pain, preventing falls, and living with dignity. Remember this, every time you move your body, you're telling your muscles, we still need you, debiles. And every time you feed your body with proper nutrients, you're saying, here's the fuel to keep going, keep sending those messages consistently, and your body will respond no matter your age. I want to share something with you that goes beyond food, beyond exercise, and beyond supplements. It's the power of mindset and consistency. Because the truth is, you can have the perfect diet written out, you can have the best exercise plan in the world, but if you don't stick with it, if you don't believe in yourself and stay consistent, none of it will work. Your body listens to your habits, not your intentions. And those small daily choices, repeated again and again, are what determine whether you stay weak or grow strong, whether you slow down or keep walking tall. Let's talk about mindset first. Too many people over 60 have been programmed to believe that weakness is inevitable, that getting old means losing strength, slowing down, and giving up. They say things like, I'm too old for this, or it's too late for me. My friends, let me tell you something. That belief is one of the biggest lies holding people back. Your body is far more capable than you realize. Science has shown that even people in their 80s and 90s can build new muscle, improve balance, and regain independence when they challenge themselves and fuel their bodies properly. Age is not the enemy. Inactivity is. Neglect is. Doubt is. The first step is to change the way you talk to yourself. Instead of saying, I can't, start saying, I can try. Instead of saying, it's too late, start saying, it's never too late. Because every time you speak negativity into your life, your body follows that script. But when you feed your mind with encouragement, your body responds with strength. The connection between mind and body is real. A strong mindset creates strong actions, and strong actions create a strong body. Now let's talk about consistency. The greatest results never come from doing something once in a while. They come from the small habits you repeat day after day. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't do it once and say, well, that's good for the year. You do it daily because you know it protects your teeth. The same principle applies to your muscles, your bones, your circulation, your overall health. Walking once won't rebuild your legs. Drinking one smoothie won't fix muscle loss. Stretching one time won't restore flexibility. But do those things daily, consistently, and the results compound over weeks, months, and years. I know life can get busy. I know some days you don't feel motivated. That's why I tell people don't wait for motivation. Motivation comes and goes like the weather. What matters is discipline, showing up even when you don't feel like it. Because every time you choose to do the right thing for your body, even when it's inconvenient, you're building momentum. And momentum is what carries you forward when willpower runs low. Think about it this way. If you walk for 20 minutes a day, that's over 120 hours of walking in a year. If you drink one protein smoothie daily, that's 365 opportunities to fuel your muscles with exactly what they need. If you stretch for just 10 minutes each morning, that's over 60 hours of flexibility training in a year. Those numbers add up. Small daily habits transform into massive long-term results, but you only see them if you stay consistent. Now here's where mindset and consistency come together. You need a reason, a why to keep going. Because if your only goal is, I want to look stronger, that may not be enough to carry you through on the tough days. But if your reason is, I want to walk with my grandchildren without pain, or I want to live independently in my own home, or I want to feel confident climbing stairs without fear of falling, then you have a purpose that fuels your consistency. Purpose is powerful. Purpose gives you energy when motivation is gone. I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from now. Do you see yourself walking stronger, standing taller, feeling more energy, or do you see yourself weaker, slower, more dependent? That future is being built right now by the choices you make today. Every healthy choice you make is like depositing money into a savings account. Over time, those deposits grow into strength, energy, and independence. But if you keep withdrawing, skipping exercise, eating poorly, neglecting your health, eventually the account runs dry. Here's the encouraging part. It doesn't take perfection. You don't need to eat perfectly every single day. You don't need to exercise for hours. You just need consistency. If you miss a day, get back on track the next day. If you slip, don't quit. The people who succeed are not the ones who never stumble. They're the ones who get up and keep moving forward. I've seen people make incredible transformations simply by refusing to give up. One woman I worked with had severe muscle weakness in her legs. She felt embarrassed, frustrated, and ready to quit. But she decided to commit to a daily routine, light walking, chair exercises, and a protein-rich diet. Some days were hard. Some days she didn't want to do it. But she kept going. A year later, she told me, "Dr. Mandell, I feel like I got my life back." That's the power of mindset and consistency. So my friends, let me leave you with this truth. Age is not your limit. Your mind is. Your muscles are waiting for you to challenge them. Your body is waiting for you to fuel it. But you have to decide that you're worth the effort, that your independence matters, that your future is in your hands. Start today. Stay consistent. Believe in yourself. And little by little, step by step, you will grow stronger.